All right, Adriana, 621 on TMJ4 News today. Coronavirus sparked a major change in the world of college sports. Obviously, no March Madness this year. No spring athletics entirely for student athletes in sports like golf, baseball, tennis, softball.
And now another change could be brewing. At issue is whether to change a rule that requires some of them to sit out a year from games after transferring schools. New today, our Pete Zervakis joins us with where local athletic directors stand. Pete, good morning.
Well, Susan and Vince, right now only a handful of sports, including basketball and football, require that Division I transfers sit out a year before they can suit up at a new school.
An NCAA working group was expected to make a formal recommendation next month on whether or not to scrap the sit-out rule. If the NCAA opts to do that, all Division I sports would be treated the same way.
I think we're exploring the right direction, making sure we're consistent across all of our sports, which right now we're not.
The athletic directors at UW-Milwaukee and at Marquette are both still formulating an official stance on the proposal. But they agree there are benefits to the sit-out rule.
When a student athlete sits out before they're immediately eligible, they can get used to the team and the style of play and the coach.
There's a lot of data out there that would show you that having transfer sit a year actually helps them on the academic side.
But athletic officials also understand both sides of the argument.
I am a big believer that a student athlete ought to be able to pick where they want to go to school, and if for some reason they feel like they made a mistake the first time, to be able to correct that.
Now, if the NCAA moves ahead with the change, some are actually pushing for it to be in effect as soon as this fall. We'll have to see if so many sports being postponed this spring because of COVID-19 impacts the timeline for this decision or the decision itself, Susan and Vince, because again, now there might be a lot of talk about just giving students their eligibility back from the spring, let alone addressing the transfer rule.
Right, a lot of